fellow geeks, and welcome back to Running Geek Girl. My name is Heather and I'm glad you're here today. I am out and about. The weather is a little bit cooler this morning, so I have some time. I'm going to get a nice training run in with just a little bit of speed work, mostly taking it kind of easy today. It's been a little bit rough schedule-wise, but I am still trying to stay on top of everything. I've been having to switch a few little workouts around just to try and fit everything in, but we're gonna start with a nice easy 5-minute walk and then pick things up from there. Okay, so that is 5-minute walking warm-up. We're gonna pick the speed up, and then after about 10 minutes, I'm gonna do some strides. I'm gonna do some 10-minute hard efforts with a 1-minute recovery afterwards, just to kind of get things moving. And then we'll do some more running, walking, just keeping things moving. And I'll tell you a little bit more about what am I doing as far as training goes. Here we go. Okay, just about done with warm up. I'm waiting for the ding to tell me to start my strides. So, feeling good. It is insanely humid, but that's to be expected here this time of year. I'm already having to think about slowing down pacing and such to deal with heat and humidity, which feels kind of early to do that, but it is a reality. I ended up doing 4 strides with 1-minute recoveries. Here we go. One stride, 3 to go. Two down, 2 to go. Three down, 1 to go. Here we go. Okay, there's my strides done. I'm gonna recover for another 30 seconds, then I'm gonna do about 20 minutes easy run and then a 5-minute cool down walk. So let's get started. Okay, that's the end of the run. It's time for a 5-minute cool down walk. Then we'll go inside and I'll tell you a little bit more about what I'm doing with my training plan. See you in a second. And we are back inside. It was getting a little bit breezy out there and I wasn't sure if you could hear me, so I decided to come in to tell you a little bit about what I'm doing as far as my training plan goes. Now, you've heard me mention before that I've been using Vert.Run, and there have been some wonderful recommendations out there, specifically from Ultra Trail Steven. If you've never checked out his channel, make sure that you check him out. I'll have a link to his channel down below. But based off of him and several other recommendations, I checked out Vert.Run in order to help me train for my 50K. And I really enjoyed using them. And since I went ahead to pay for the membership, I decided I was going to stay with them in finding some sort of a plan for maintaining strength and training in between races while I decide which race I'm going to do next. So with this training plan, and I have the dashboard to Vert.Run right here behind me, with this training plan, it involves a lot of easy runs. It takes a couple of days each week in order to do some strength training, and then it does some different types of conditioning like speed works and hills and things like that at least once a week, with long runs on the weekend. And as the plan progresses, then you will end up doing back-to-back long runs over the course of the weekends in order to maintain. And The good thing is that since I'm not specifically training for a road or a trail race right now, then I kind of have my options open for those long runs so that I can go out on the trail if I need to do that. There is a biking trail here in town that I can run on, so there is that, or I could just run around the neighborhood. I have the option of running on the treadmill, whatever's going to fit into my schedule. Since I'm not specifically training for a trail, I don't necessarily have to go out for long runs on trails, although I will try to do that as often as I can just because it's something I particularly enjoy. If you're not familiar with Vert.Run, just to tell you a little bit about it, for example, here on my dashboard, it has my training plan for the week. I can click on each individual day and it will tell me what I need to do for that day. And a lot of it is based off of time on feet and on RPE, which is a rate of perceived effort. A lot of times it will tell me that I need to go out for this amount of time and it needs to be at about a 6 out of 10 as far as my effort goes. Or if I go super easy on this one section, this part needs to be a 2 out of 10 and then push it up to a 5 out of 10. So they're very specific on what the run needs to feel like and how long I need to be out there. After each workout, then it lets me check off that I did it. It connects to Strava and to Garmin. And so I can go ahead and just input my runs that way. It will automatically pull it from Strava and I just check off that I got it done, and it will keep track of everything for me. And you also tell the program how fatigued you were by the end of the workout. So you can make sure once you're going into a workout the next day that you're not going in completely tired. And if so, then the plan can adjust in order to kind of take a little bit of the edge off of that and help you adjust with that. You also have the option, especially if you are using the paid membership like I am, to switch different workouts around. For example, I didn't have time for the workout that was scheduled for yesterday, but I know that I will have time for it on Thursday, and so I switched those two workouts in order to make it work for my schedule. There's a time when I know I'm going to be out of town when I'm supposed to be doing a long run, and so I switched the schedule so that I would have the long run on the day that I am in town. So it also gives you a chance to kind of organize and restructure things that way. It also puts you in touch with a coach who will get in touch with you every so often to make sure that you don't have any major questions or any concerns or problems with the training plan. If you have any questions about RPE or how the plan is supposed to be structured and whether you can switch things around, and maybe you're having trouble with the strength training and you would like to know your options on that, then a coach can get in touch with you directly and answer your questions for you. There is a nice little graph that's also here in order to just let me see at a glance exactly where I am as far as training. It gives me the peaks and valleys of my training load for the week, and so I can see where I am as opposed to where the plan needs me to be. Vert also has a community feature. It works kind of like Strava or like Facebook. You can post pictures of your runs or just information about your run, and people can give you, just like in Strava, they give you kudos, and in Vert.Run, you give someone an allay. So you can respond to each other and talk to each other that way. They've also just recently introduced groups to the community tab. So if you are a woman runner, if you are a first-time trail runner, if you are a native Spanish speaker, they have various groups for people that are just like you. There are also various challenges that you can take on yourself for maintaining a certain amount of elevation over the month, maybe completing a certain distance over the month. So there's lots of little fun badges and challenges that you can do. Again, very much like Strava, but these are a lot more trail oriented. The website and app will also keep track of your upcoming races in order to help you adjust your training plans to best help you meet the goals of the races that you have coming up. And then finally, there is the Explore tab, and that is where you see everything else that Vert.Run has to offer. They have all of their training plans there, and yes, there are some free ones if you would like to try Vert.Run out with absolutely no obligation. There is a lower level tier of membership and then a pro level tier of membership. And both of those give you the same access to plans, but it gives you different access to more one-on-one coaching and things like that. They also have a podcast that you can listen to. They have articles that you can read about the environment, about nutrition, about training. They have follow-along videos that you can use for strength training, core training, mobility, flexibility. So they have a lot in there that kind of help you become a more well-rounded runner. So there you go. That's just a look at what Vert.Run has to offer and how I am using it right now between races in order to maintain my fitness and my training. So once I do decide on a race, then Vert.Run has me covered and I am ready to hit the ground running, pardon the pun. So what questions do you have about Vert.Run? Is this something that you would consider using for your training? If you have any questions, then let me know down in the comments below. I'm going to have a link to the website so that you can check it out for yourself. There is an app that goes with this. The app has been known to be just a teeny bit glitchy in the past, but they are working on it and it is definitely getting better. If you've not subscribed to the channel, make sure that you hit that subscribe button down below so you don't miss any of the running content that I have coming out all the time. You can also follow me on social media. All the links are down in the description. You can find me across all platforms under the name Running Geek Girl. Thanks so much for being here. I'm so glad you could join me. Can't wait to see you next time. Remember to laugh hard, run fast, and be kind. See you guys later.